When you hear about a fighter that has a perfect record, you should take note and ask yourself, are they doing anything that I can implement into my own training? But when you hear about a fighter who has a perfect record and all their victories, in the case of Artur Beterbiev, all 20 victories have come by KO, then you really stand up and you listen. You're like, whoa, what can I learn from this guy? Now, boxing is a little bit outside my normal realm, right? I'm doing the kickboxing, the karate combat, some MMA on the side, stuff like that. So Beterbiev, I've heard of him, but I've never really done a deep dive until the past 6 months. And recently I saw him training for Bevel and I went, look what he does. This is interesting. And I want to talk about it today because when people have this ability to get KOs, you have to ask yourself, what are they doing? Is it natural, God-given stuff? Probably to a certain extent. But is there also an element in their training which is helping them? So years ago, something that Beterbiev was doing, I was actually doing as well. And I took it out of my routine because I went, how in the world is this gonna help? But if I stop and think about the importance of having a solid fist, a secure, strengthened wrist, I go, okay, maybe this is an interesting drill. So what we used to do, I'm gonna show you what we used to do first, then I'll show you what Beterbiev is doing. What we used to do was we would come from here, we would do our push-up, and midway through our explosive push-up, we would land on our knuckles. And then we would do our knuckles and we would land on the outside of the wrists, which I haven't done this in so long. Hope I don't snap my little wrists. And then we do the next one. Oh yeah. So right away I'm like, you have to land right on the end there so you don't fold the whole thing over. But I saw Beterbiev going from knuckle to fingertips and then to wrist, fingers, knuckle, fingers, wrists, and just springing through it. And I went right away, wow, that reminds me of what we used to do in karate. And is there some reason I should be doing this? Was it foolish to remove it from my training routine? I don't know, but I want to give it a shot. I want to show you guys also a clip of him doing it. So you can look and go like, yeah, he's legitimately doing this. And you can see the speed at which he's doing it. He's bouncing backwards very slightly. And I think it's gonna be a challenge. I don't think this is gonna be easy. So I'm gonna give it a shot here. I'm most worried, honestly, about the fingertip one, springing to the fingertips, because yeah, we used to do push-ups like this, but again, it's been so long. Back when I used to do like full-time karate, maybe 20 years ago or something. So we'll see if this is even possible for me to do. And at the end, if I feel like there's any benefit. So we're gonna go knuckles, finger, wrists, I think. Or maybe fingers, knuckle, yeah, fingers, knuckle. All right, so we come from here. Oh, that already hurts. So it goes spring, slow to start, spring. Oh yeah, coming from the wrist to the fingers does not work for me. Not strong enough through there. Whoop. Jeez, it is hard. Going from there to there. If I implement knuckles in between, but landing on the fingers. So what did we learn from that? Well, number one, the strength of your hands, your fingers is gonna have to be important. Does that matter as much in boxing? I don't know. If it was MMA, I'd go, oh, maybe that's worthwhile. Landing on the outside of the wrists, does it help much? Maybe it helps build up the ability for your wrist not to collapse, right? You do have to take impact there, but still fight your hand out a little bit to make sure it doesn't just give. So maybe having the strong wrist is really important. And the knuckle impact, some people cannot even do knuckle push-ups. It just hurts them too much, especially on hardwood or concrete. So I think there's something to be said for slowly and gradually building up endurance. Kind of the same way that we would with our shin. We don't take our shin and bang it with a brick or something really hard, hoping it's gonna get strong. We hit it thousands of times. Same thing, we do push-ups on our knuckles thousands of times and they get stronger. You don't want to go into a boxing fight and come out with swollen hands, or hit somebody hard in the first round and go, yeah, I just broke my hand, or my knuckles are bruised. I can't punch with that anymore. So this might be something that you want to add into your routine. I'm a little disappointed that it's so hard for me to do. Normally most things I can jump on and just be like, yeah, that's not that hard. Let's try it one more time here. Try for 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And he's going so much faster than me. I got to take the pause. I don't think he's doing that pause. So interesting training, but something you might want to add. The fight that I'm talking about, Bivol versus Beterbiev, it's going down tonight. Definitely one to check out, one to watch. I think I heard that it's a crazy low pay-per-view price too, something like $20. So I would be watching this if I were you.